Oh yes, my pal dingoes, it's time for another serious stealth camp, and that's where we're going, over there. Oh yes, you better believe it. Right. Mandingo. Oh, you're lovely, aren't you? Lovely. Well, I'm sorry, I've got to leave you. Oh yes, Mandingos. Welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show. And today, I'm going to do a stealth camp over there, next to that abandoned pub. Sorry about the wind noise. It's a very windy night. Yeah, it's derelict, it's abandoned. I'm going to try and find a spot right behind it to do a camp. You know, it makes sense. Just get round here on the main road. Hopefully I don't get busted blood vesseled. Alrighty. I've got some canned dingoes. I've got some wasky. I've got some nice food to cook. Loads of snacks. And you know the score on the Blot Outdoor Show, guys. Loads of shite to talk about as usual. You better believe it. I'm just looking around because when I started recording there was someone walking past with his dog and he was giving me the proper eyeball. Anyway, I'll bring you back when we get closer to the pub, because I need to find a way to get in. Oh. That was bad timing. So here we are, guys. Just making my way up to the abandoned pub. Just finding a decent spot to get in. It's a really busy road this, which runs from South Shields to the city of Sunderland. I'm just pretending I'm like a nerd who likes to get footage of abandoned buildings. I suppose I could get down there and hop over the fence, so that's an option. We'll have a look along here, see if we can find a better way to get in. Nice. I mean, you can get through here, look, but it's all fenced off there as well, and I want to get round the back, so that's another option. Let's keep looking, see if I can get round this side. Look at this, man. This will have been a class pub years ago. Pubs are a dying trade now, aren't they? Alrighty guys, I'm going to make a move for it in a minute. It looks like I can get in round the back here. There's a few houses here. Obviously you've seen the road's been really busy. So I'm just waiting for the coast to be clear. And then we'll get a move on. You know what I'm talking about. Come on then, folks. Let's get in there. A couple of cars going past behind us, but I got sick of waiting. They'll be taking no notice of me. And if they are, and they've seen us with a camera, they'll just be thinking I'm getting some photos if the old building, if you know what I'm talking about. Alrighty. Security fences are down. That's going to work in my favour. The only bad thing about that is, means the young'uns have probably knocked that down So you could get little shits coming round, hanging about later on. Now I need to find a good spot. I've only got my little bivvy. I didn't bring my tent because my tent needs pegging in the ground. And I thought, yeah, it's going to be all concrete and rubble, so that's not going to work. The pegs, the old Peggy Mitchells, with my little bivvy, you can get that down anywhere, guys. I can literally just put it down there, over there if I wanted. It doesn't need pegging in. But oh, class. You know, just to see like an old pub that had been thriving back in the day. Dog walker over there, so you gotta be so careful. I know you're thinking, guys, well, what's the big deal? Why have you got to be careful? You've got row houses there, and it only takes someone coming out them houses, walking the dog, and if they see a dickhead like me hanging around with a big backpack on, you know, and put two and two together, and if they think I'm camping and they phone the old Politsky, that's it, they're going to come out and I'm going to get moved on. I'm not going to get in trouble or anything like that, but I'm making a video, I'm making a camping video, so the last thing I want to get is moved on. So if I can stay hidden from the locals, that'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. I've got to be honest, I do feel a little bit more on edge than normal. Like I already said, when I first got out the car and I was putting my backpack on, there was a guy walking past with his dog, and he was looking over and he didn't recognise us. You know, he wasn't like a fan of the channel. You know, when you can just tell it's like a nosy local. He's like looking at us thinking, I don't know you. What are you parking your car there for? What are you putting your backpack on? And he walked past with his dog, and as I was locking my car up and walking away, he doubled back and he was really like looking at us. But I didn't want to just hang around, I wanted to get a move on. So that's why I've been a bit skitzed out so far. That's why I've been a bit skitzed out so far, Mandingos. So far. But once I get a place to camp, oh, there's the guy that was looking at us with the dog. He is proper on the lookout for me. It was back there near the car when I seen him in the first place. I mean, this could be his normal route, but if he sees me with this backpack on, he's going to know what I'm doing. And he was a proper nosy bastard, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, right, I'm going to turn the camaraderie off for a couple of Winnie Mandelas, try and find a good place to camp. I can hear your footsteps. Right, I'm going to turn this camera off. I'll bring you back in a minute. Shit. That was a close shave, Mandingos. I could hear your footsteps coming towards us, and I just sat quiet behind the wall. And then they went away. So I looked over the wall, and it was the bloke who had seen us back there. He must have got quite close, but then he was walking away, so he didn't have any idea I was there. He must have just been walking around with his dog. But that doesn't fill me with confidence so far, guys, that no one's going to come round here later on. But I'm here. This is where I'm staying. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put my bivvy. This'll do. If I can't find anywhere better, sorry about the wind noise. This'll do if I can't find anywhere better. But we're going to have a mooch around. I'll leave my bag where it is. My bag's down there. It'll be okay. We'll have a walk around and see what footage we can get. The old footage, Nicki Minaj, if you know what I'm talking about. However, then, let's have a mooch around. Oh, you bastard. The old Linden Gooch. So this must have been like the beer garden. You've got like a children's play area there. So you can just imagine this, can't you? On a sunny day, everyone's sitting out in the beer garden, kids playing away, happy as out. All the mums and dads getting smash burgered. You better believe it. But I should do a bit more of this kind of stuff, shouldn't I? Find some abandoned buildings, do a bit exploring, and then find somewhere to camp. Jeez, guys. I thought, why not have a can dingo when I'm figuring out a plan dingo, where to camp dingo man dingoes? Oh yes, you better believe it. Alrighty, so we came around here earlier on. And it's not the nicest, but it's well hidden away. So it's got good points and bad points, guys. Then we've got round the corner where we've just been, where my Baghdad is. But if I want to live really dangerously, oh, and I'm not as fit and nimble, pardon ski, I'm not as fit and nimble as I used to be, but up there on that flat roof is the dangerous option. There's a little bit of a chair left, the metal part. Can I get in the chair? Can I get on there, and up there? This big fat lad with a heavy rucksack and me camaraderie. I tell you what, we'll have a go, eh? Knowing my luck, I'll get up and I'll fall down through the roof. 16 stone of relaxed muscle. Alrighty, let's get back over to the old Baghdad. Alrighty folks, I'm going to just sit down for 10 minutes, 10 little Winnie Mandelas. I'm going to finish my can dingo off, build up some Dutch courage, and then we'll try and get up there with a heavy rucksack. The sensible choice would just be to stop here. Look at this, it's flat. I'm pretty much sheltered from the wind, it's not too bad here. That is very gassy, the old gassy Morton. Yeah, up there it's going to be blowing a gale, the old gale plat, if you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to finish this can off. I'll bring you back very soon. Right folks, here we are on the top of the abandoned pub roof. The hardest bit was getting the bag up. The metal fence, the security fence wasn't fastened or anything, so when you're putting your hand on it, that was Rocky Balboa all over, if you know what I'm talking about. My bag weighs a ton. I've got my bivvy in there, warm clothes, food, drinks, cooking pots and pans, everything, you name it. That weighs a ton. I never carry light. But yeah, we're up. I'm not really hidden. That's been a very busy area for dog walkers, and there's been a couple of times there was one young lass and then one, it must have been like a grandmother, pushing buggies down, because that takes you down to the seafront at Whitburn. That's where we are, Whitburn in South Tyneside. So I'm not really hidden at all, but if I sit quiet, chill out, enjoy a few whiskies, I think I'm going to have a nice little shot of whiskey in a minute just to calm the nerves down. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Right guys, give me a few seconds, and when I bring you back, I'll give you a proper look about. You know it makes total sense. Cheers Mandingos, this is the life. Rooftop, stealth camping, you cannot whack it. Absolutely tremendous. Oh yes. Oh, I'm on my second can of inches. I brought 4 cans out. Mrs. Blood actually likes these, but she prefers 8 inches. Oh matron. You know it makes sense, guys. Oh yes, just enjoying a couple of cans, a couple of shots of whiskey. This is one of my deadly mixtures. I've already had a few shots while I've been setting up and while I've been chilling out. It was only up to there, just more than half a bottle, so I've had a few shots. There's like 3 different types of whiskey in there. The last time I'd done that, I was absolutely smash burgered, so I'll have to be careful tonight not to walk about when it gets dark. I don't want to fall off the edge and wake up dead, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. Yes, I'm going to show you all my setup very soon. I'm just chillaxing. Chillaxing. It's a terrible word though, isn't it? Bin Diesel's there. All my shite. Yeah, I'm going to just sit and chill. Get my 3rd can dingo. Cheers, guys. And when I bring you back in a few little nail sedakas, I'll show you me setup, show you all me food and me drinks. Yes. No need to put my seat up. This is nice and comfortable here. Yes. The old relaxation
Relaxation. Relaxation. Mad for it. Bring you back and a win it. Rice. Oh yes, my fan sexualities. Time to show you my setup for tonight. As you know, I'm here on this flat rooftop of a abandoned, derelict pub. Don't worry, man dingoes, I'm not going to be walking too far near the edge of reason later on when I'm smash burgered. I'm going to stick to this area. If I need a slash Gordon, I can just stand there and get one. There's no need to wander too far. Come on then, let's show you my sleeping quarters for tonight. As you can see, the old Baghdad is dumped down there. I am in the alt kit, a bivouac. I've got like a light in there for later on if I need it. Pardonski, burping away there. It's magnetic, so I can put it on the old fence dingo just on a low light and it will last all night long, in the famous words of Tony Blackburn. Anyway, it was blowing a gale earlier on, so I wasn't using my seat, so I just put that in the bottom there just to stop that flapping around, the old piss flaps flapping around in the rain. In the rain? The old Lorraine Kelly. I mean the wind, flapping around in the wind. Anyway, foil mat is down on the bottom. Burghouse sleeping pad. Stinking old 3-season sleeping bag. Checkology pillow. Yes, this was still a bit damp, a bit moist. Oh man, off the last time I used it, so I've just left it open to air out for a bit. Let's show you my drinks. As you know, I've been on the inches. I've got half a can dingo there. Cheers, man dingoes. Oh, I've got a can left down there. I've got a bottle of Spanish red wine. You make me feel so fine. That was half full when I brought it out. A deadly, God, get your words out, Chris. A deadly, what word was that? Deadly. We are making new words up on the Blood Outdoor Show. A deadly mixture. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to use that from now on. A deadly. The old deadly mixture. 3 whiskies in there. And I've got 2 whiskies for whiskey reviews. We are having a double penetration. Oh, a double penetration whiskey review night. Kindly given to me from Nick Ball. Cheers, Nick, my man friend. So we've got Isle of Storm. Yes, I think we'll do that one first. And then later on, when I'm absolutely smash burgered, we've got this one. Tom and Tool, 12-year-old, Spearside whiskey. Oloroso sherry cask finish. I'm looking forward to having that one. I've been reading about it. It's supposed to be really nice. That's why I'm saving that one till later. Yes. Alrighty. Come on then, man dingoes. Let's show you my food for my main meal and my snack dingoes. Alrighty. So, for snackaroonies, I've got some chili Kruger Biltong. I'm going to have that in a Winnie Mandela. I've ran out of Brown's Biltong, but the guys from Brown's are sending me a new batch. So yeah, link in the description, guys, for Brown's Biltong. I've got some of these from Aldi, hog roast pork bites. They've got like herbs and apple in the centre of them. They're very nice. Some more little snackaroonies there from Nick Ball. Some nuts, some sweets, Wamba Badooba. The old, who was in Wham again? Who was the lead singer again? My mind's gone blank. Oh, aye, Boy George won it. Refresher bar. We have got the chicken and mushroom video nasty. I've got some Spanish ham dingo. Yes, we've got loads of snacks. Oh, I've also got some bourbon creams. What's that, mate? What?
Sorry guys, you know when you just think everything's going to plan, 2 seconds. What's that, mate? Aye, bob and creams. Sorry guys, I know I've said I don't like to swear on the Black Outdoor Show. Listen mate, piss off. What? They're called bourbon creams. They're not called bourbon creams. Bourbon's whiskey. Listen, I've been eating bourbon creams since I'm fucking telling you now. Piss off, right? Aye. Okay then. See you later. Where's he gone? Oh, he's run off, guys. He's run off. I think he knows. I think he must have seen that video. You know, when the guy was pestering us about the nice biscuits. They're not called nice, they're called nice. I've got another knobhead now. I think it's his mate. I think his mate's starting to wind us up now. I know 100% that they're called bourbon creams. I've been eating them since I was a kid. They're definitely called bourbon creams. The whiskey, you know, like the American whiskies, that's bourbon. But that dickhead, he's trying to tell me that they're called bourbon creams. They're not. The bourbon creams. I think he knows that when I get wound up, you're going to get that. And as soon as I start to walk towards him, he ran off. So that's probably the last we're going to see him. Anyway, let's forget about that. I don't want no violence. I don't want anything nasty on the Black Outdoor Show. So apologies for the language, guys. Let's get on with the rest of this. For my main meal tonight, I've got some savoury golden rice and chicken from Iceland. With that, I'm going to chuck in some prawns. They're just like the little ones. So yeah, that just makes that a little bit more exciting. It's not Uncle Bensky. Yes, you guys know, well, not all of you might know, I had a bit of a fallout with Uncle Bensky. I don't want to go into it. I don't want to explain that again. If you haven't seen my last video, the Wednesday night video, it was the one where I done the camp in the tower, Arnegill Tower in North Yorkshire. I explained that properly there, guys. Yeah, me and Uncle Bensky's had a bit of a fallout, and he's still the main channel sponsor. He's suspended for the minute. Uncle Bensky is wearing suspenders for the minute, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into it. I need time to think about it. I might kick him off altogether. I might just say, Uncle Bensky, see you later. But for now, he's just suspended. I need to sit down, have a good think about it, and we'll see where we go with that. So, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, man, Dingos. Anyway, snack time. I've talked enough shite for now. This has went on far too long. But that's the score. You know the score on the Black Outdoor Show, guys. What should I have for a snack? I've got that much. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have some Spanish ham dingo. You better believe I am. And I'm going to wash that down with a nice bottle of Spanish wine. Oh yes. You know what makes sense. And while we're talking about the Spanish, guys, I am now going to say we're going to rock down to Electric Avenue and let me take you higher. Oh yes. Mice. Come on then, man, dingoes. I don't want to take any more risks. We've got about half an hour left before it's pitch black. So I just thought I'd have a little look round the edge. Oh, mate. Don't want to take any more risk-a-roonies. Let's get sat down and get comfortable for the night. Right, what am I going to have to drink? Let's have a couple of little chest warmers from my deadly concoction. The old concoction. Cheers, my fandingos. Oh yes, that's very nice. It's just starting to get a little bit cold as well, so when I finish talking to you in a couple of Winnie Mandelas, I'm gonna I don't know where I've put it. I'm going to put my down jacket on underneath this. That'll warm me right up, and a few little chest warmers will sort me out. You know, makes sense. Just been sitting thinking, you know, the last time I've done anything like this, climbing up on roofs and being a little tour rag, if you know what I'm talking about. Being up on a roof where you shouldn't be and bopping about. I mean, I'm 46 now. I was only like 11-year-old. I went to a primary school in Sayham, County Durham, called Deanside School. Proper old-fashioned school. It must have been built like 100 and odd years, or like over 100 years ago, I would say. If you could imagine, if you were like a bird looking down on it, it was like in like a square. So in the middle of it, you'd have like a garden kind of thing. So I went and called for me mates. Hoppy, he was always the hardest lad. Blackadder and Fat Mick. Them had already done this a few times before. I was a little bit of a goody two-shoes, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm not disrespecting anyone. I love me mates, but they were allowed to do what they want. They could come in wherever time they wanted. Where my mum and dad, my parents my parents were really strict with me. Out of all my friends, I was always the first one that had to be in on a night time. And I used to think, oh, it's not fair. Now, as I'm old and I've got kids myself and grandkids, I look back and I think, like, what an amazing job me mum and dad did keeping me, my parents did keep me in the straight and narrow. But yeah, getting back to the story, they said, Howie, let's go down and hang around Deanside School and climb up, and we can walk around in a square on the rooftop. And I was like, what? That's a bit dangerous. But Hoppy, Blackadder and Fat Mick, them were like, no, we've done it loads of times, Chris. Don't worry about it. Well, I was shitting myself, you know. Them probably wouldn't even get wrong off their mum and dads if they got took home by the police, where I would get absolutely, well, not tortured, but I would get punished. I would get a clip round the ear off me dad. That's where things go wrong now, don't it? Like, kids don't get a clip now, don't they? You can't hit your kids now. Where I would get a clip off my dad, which is only right. You've got to keep things on the straight and narrow. You've got to put a little bit of fear into your kids, I mean, so they don't do things wrong, dingo, if you know what I'm talking about, man, dingoes. But anyway, we climbed up and we were walking around, so I was following Hoppy, Blackadder and Fat Mick. Was a duck there somewhere? Who thought there'd be a duck up here on a rooftop? Matron. Anyway, we had to hop over this section. It was like a glass roof, but there was like wood beams coming along. And I wasn't a fatty then like I am now. I was skinny, I was super fit. I was actually the best athlete in the school. Believe it or not, I used to win the trophies for being the fastest runner, the highest jumper, the longest jumper, long distance, sprinting, anything to do with athletics. This man Dingo was always number one, and anyone that's watching this who used to know me back then, you guys know that that's the truth. But so we had to step across these wood beams over the top of the glass. So Hoppy went over, stepping on one, stepping on another, stepping across. Then Blackadder went across. Then Fat Mick. Like, once Fat Mick got across, I thought it was Happy Dingoes, man, dingoes. As they say in the south-eastern region of Mongolia. I stepped on it. Them must have just been weakening it. I stepped on, smash, straight through the glass, straight on the floor, inside of the primary school. Unbelievable. Luckily I had good mates. They didn't run off. They helped us. They lowered down. It was a pretty low roof, so I
can't remember how they'd done it. I was jumping up. I think I got on a table inside. And Hoppy, who was always the hard lad, tough as all boots. You know, when you get someone, they're only 11, but they're as tough as a 25-year-old. He could fight people. When he was 11, he could beat people in fights that were like 30-year-old. He was like a proper hard case. He reached down and pulled me up. And then we jumped down off the roof and we got out of Dodge City. But yeah, just typical. You get like I wasn't like a sweet innocent kid, do you know what I mean? But I was a nice kid. I was no bother. I was no trouble. And my mates, no disrespect. Them were allowed to roam the streets. They could come in wherever time they want. And it had to happen to me. I had to be the one that stood on the roof and fell through. But that's just the way it goes. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have done it. I thought I was going to get busted blood vesseled. Luckily there was no alarm went off in the school. It was like 30 odd year ago, so there was probably there was definitely no cameras up. There was no alarms. Yeah. Me mum and dad would have killed us if I got caught. Honestly, they would have killed us. I would have been grounded for weeks. I would have got clipped off me dad. And I think that's where things go wrong these days, guys. That's why the young'uns are little shits. Because there's no authority. They get away with murder. Where we used to get... Our parents wouldn't think twice about giving us one of them back in the day. Anyway, I'm just waffling, guys. I'm just waffling a complete crock of shite. It wasn't meant to be a funny story. It wasn't meant to be entertaining or anything like that. I just press record. I've just started talking while I'm having a can of inches cider. Anyway, just having a look around. There's no dog walkers about. You know what it is? I've been talking that long. There could have been people walking past looking up at me saying, there's a weirdo up on that roof. Just talking a crock of shite. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to sit down. I'm already sitting down. I'm going to continue sitting down. I'm going to finish my can off. I haven't even drunk my Spanish wine that I said I was going to drink earlier on, so I'm going to have that. And I'll bring it back in about half an hour. And it'll be pitch black when I bring it back. You know, it makes sense. And I don't stink a cock. Rice. Nightmare, guys. Just started raining. That's the worst thing about being in a bivouac. It's alright if you're in the tent. You know, when I've got my old battered and bruised Van Gogh Ryan, it starts pissing down, you can jump inside. It's just eased off now. I quickly shut the tent, the bivvy I should say, because the rain was getting in. Got me Baghdad. There you can see it's soaking wet. And just got stood here. Still getting a little bit wet, but I'm getting a bit shelter. Won't stop this mandingo though. You better believe it won't. It's all about the adventure. I love out like this. I love snout like this. You know when I'm talking to snout. Cheers, mandingo. Yes, my fandingos. It is time for the first whisky review of tonight. This is what we've got. Isla Storm. 40 placenta. Single malt Scotch whisky. and let's get popped in the old famous cup dingo, mandingos. Oh yes, kindly given to me from Nick Ball. He's actually got his own YouTube channel called That's Him with a Daft Hat. Check it out, guys. You know, it makes sense. He's a massive fan dingo of the Black Outdoor Show. He sent me a few waskies before, and let's get the old big around in it. Oh, very peaty. Like a sea salt, sea breeze type of snifferoonie. Maybe that's getting helped because I'm at Whitburn in South Tyneside, which is right by the North Sea. We are just slightly north of the magnificent, beautiful, stunning city of Sunderland. You know, it makes sense, guys. But yes, a peaty, sea salty, sea breeze, snifferoonie. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Bicycles. Oh, yeah. To go with the smell, peaty, salty. It's not nasty. It's not nasty. It's not video nasty or anything like that. But at the same time, it's not lovely jubbly, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a funny one. Isle of Storm. But I'm really enjoying it. You know, it's something different. I love getting the different ones. They don't have to be a high score one to enjoy it. If you're a whiskey lover, you're just enjoying the experience of the tingles on the old tongue dingo, the flavours down the old throat dingo. You know what I'm talking about, man, dingoes. And this is quite enjoyable, but it's not one of the best, even though I don't wear a vest. You know what I'm talking about. A bit aniseedy. You know when you get like an aniseed sweet, like aniseed candy. Aniseedy. A strong taste. Oh. Blow your cap off. Oh yes. Almost like a bit of a medicinal, like a medical type of taste. Aniseedy. I've got to be honest, it's not something I would probably buy again, but I've enjoyed the experience of having it. The slightest, and I am talking about the slightest little bit of vanilla ice, the old ice baby. But yeah, Isle of Storm, I've quite enjoyed it, and I'm going to give it a steady, because of the reason I've enjoyed it, I'm still going to give it a steady, straight 7. The old lucky 7 out of 10 dingo mandingos. You better believe I am. There you go, mandingos. That is the score of that. Isle of Storm. 7 out of 10 dingo mandingos. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious stealth coming. Right. Okay then, guys. In a few Winnie Mandelas, I'm going to cook my food because I'm getting hungry now. I haven't had anything to eat for about 2 minutes, so I'm getting hungry. Yes, when I bring you back, we'll be cooking up a storm. We'll be cooking up an Isle of Storm, and we'll be doing some serious Borussia Mönchengladbach. Pardon, ski. You know, makes sense. Right. Alrighty, folks. Let's get the prawns in. Get a nice bit of seafood flavouroni mixed in with the chicken and lice and veg. Oh yes. We will give that 10 minutes and it will be Captain Clout rice. Oh yes, folks. The scrandingo is nearly done. We will be getting stuck into that and a few little Winnie Mandelas and secondas. You can also include a little few Neil Sadakas. Let's have a taste. Another 2 minutes just to get that lice nice and soft. Yes, my fun sexualities. It is time to eat some scrandingo mandingos. Cooked in my fire maple pot, which was kindly given to me from Fire Maple. We have got I don't know how well you can say that, guys. Can you say it? And the old pot dingo from Iceland. Savoury chicken rice. So it's got rice, peas, carrots, sweet corn, chicken, and I've added some prawns into that just for a little bit of sophistication. The old sophistication mandingos. Yes. But it's a proper chip and chips camping meal on a pub, rooftop, stealth camp. I didn't plan to do this. I didn't come out to do rooftop stealth camp. I've actually got another rooftop stealth camp lined up that I've just kind of been waiting for the right time to do it, and this one's ended up just happening tonight. But that's the way it goes. It's better, isn't it? I think you guys prefer it when it's unplanned dingoed mandingos. I actually found it when last night me and Mrs. Blott and my lovely son Preston, we were through South Shales by the sea. Oh yes, we went 10-pin bowling, and then after we went for a meal, pizza and chips and cheesecake and chocolate cake and all that shite. And on the way back, Mrs. Blott said, "Have you seen that abandoned pub, Mandingo?" I said, yes, I've seen it a few times. She said, pull over. I said, no, Howie. She went, pull over. So I did, I pulled over. And we had a quick look, but it was really busy. So I just walked around the main road. Had a quick look. But after a couple of little Winnie Mandelas look around ski, I knew. I thought, yeah, that'll ding dong do for this Mandingo. I could see there was a big space around. You could see the abandoned play park. That used to be a beer garden. So I knew there'd be somewhere round here at camp tonight. Little did I know I was going to be up here on a rooftop. That just happened by chance. And I'm glad I did. It's worked out fantastic, Mandingos. Well, guys, I think you can see how much I'm enjoying this. Chicken king prawns, oh yes. Peas, carrots, sweet corn. And savoury icicles. You know, it makes sense. Oh yes. Well, guys, amazing. We have got one more whiskey review to do. I think I'm going to do that in the bivvy when it's time to say bonjour and good night, Vienna. I'll bring you back in a few little Neil Sedagas. Oh yes, my fun sexualities. You know what time it is. It's time for the second world famous whiskey review of this rooftop stealth camping trip. You better believe it is. But before we do that, cheers, Mandingos. I want to just see a big fat mega, the old Megasaurus, thank you to all you legends who have supported my channel, the Brotto Door Show. It wasn't that long ago I was saying support my little channel, the Brotto Door Show. To me, it just feels like a little challenge because I'm still camping in the same shitty equipment with the same shit selfie stick and using me phone, my typical day-to-day phone that I use to text Mrs. Blot on, phone young Chris, you know what I mean? Or little Mick, just me typical day-to-day phone that I'm recording on. As far as getting flash and technicals concerned, as the Blot Outdoor Show has grown, there's nothing improved. It's just the same budget. It's the same budget. It's the same budget, low budget channel, and that's the way it's going to stay. I'm not bothered about buying flash cameras and all that shite, but yeah, what I'm trying to say is a massive thank you to all you legends who have supported my channel, my little channel, the Brotto Outdoor Show, over this last week. Each and every one of you is an absolute legend. I normally do that when I make me food, and I totally forgot as I was so chilled out, but I'm doing it now. So yes, thank you so much. You don't have to buy us a coffee. Like I always say, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, that'll ding dang do for this Mandingo. But if you have supported my channel over this last week, yes, it is very much appreciated. My pansexualities, there's your names down there, and down there, guys. Each and every one of you is an absolute legend, and the Bright Outdoor Show wouldn't be what it is without you guys. This dickhead just goes out camping and does this, sits around, has a few drinks, talk shite, but because you tune in every week, that makes the channel what it is. So yes, thank you so much, each and every one of you. I really do appreciate it more than anything in the world. And I tell you what it is, you better believe it is. It is time for the second world famous whiskey review of tonight. I've already poured it out, I got carried away. But we are ready. We are waiting for Tom and Till, I think that's how you see it, Spearside 12-year-old whiskey. And I am quite happy to do a little review before I go fast asleep. So let's have a quick look. This is the 12-year-old Tom and Till Oloroso. Oh, sherry cask finish. Oh, bah, bah. I love a bit sherry in me whiskey. Here we go, guys. Let's get the old Baker Rooney in it. Come on. Oh yes, I can smell the sherry straight away in that, guys. Sweet, coastal smell. Have I said that as well in a recent video? It's weird. You don't say something for a while and you say it 2 times, 3 times in a row. 3 times a lady. Oh, I'm getting carried away. I'm getting carried away. No tasting Mandingos, not yet. Just tasting. You can tell I'm tired and it's time to go to sleep. Oh yes, come on. Let's get the beak in it. I'm a bit like, do you know who used to do that? Cowboy Chris. Have you watched all the videos when I go with you and Chris and Cowboy Chris? He's got a bad habit of doing that straight away. So, yeah, I've done a little bit of a Cowboy Chris there. Come on, let's get the beak in. Sherry. It's sweet. It's got a sea salt, coastal smell about it. A few spices, but very mild, but nice. I love anything spicy. When it's overpowering, it can ruin food, can't it? If something's too spicy. That's just got a nice spiciness about it. Wow, I'm tired now. I know I'm tired. I can't even talk properly. Let's get on with this. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Right, swap hands. Swap hand jobs. Air matron. Aeroplane going over there. Coming into land at Pontayland Airport. You know it makes sense, Mandingos. Oh, I tell you what, that on the first taste, I'm going to stop messing about now. I've been messing about, having a laugh, because that's so nice. I'm going to stop messing about. That is so delicate, with a lovely sherry taste to it. oily. It's smooth. It ain't rough. It's just not rough at all. Yes, it's got that whisky taste, but there's nothing about it in the slightest that makes you go, you know, like whiskies do. It's beautiful. It's got the slightest little bit of cinnamon, the old Jerry cinnamon, just the slightest bit. Oh, that's really nice. And a subtle treacle toffee flavour about it. Wow. That is so good. Down the hatch, Mandingos. Oh. Now, I've never even heard of this. Tom and Toole, 12-year-old, Spearside, single malt Scotch whisky. The sherry. Oh, can I see? It's like a sherry cask finish. Wow. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to give that. I am going to give that. Kind of given to me from a guy called That's Him with a Daft Hat. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Check it out, guys. That's Him with a Daft Hat. Cheers, my man friend Dingo. It is very much appreciated. Check his channel on YouTube. It's only a little channel, but everyone's got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? 2 years ago, no one was watching me, and everyone needs a chance. If you know what I'm talking about, baggy pants. His channel's called That's Him with a Daft Hat. Oh yes, there you go, guys. Right, I am absolutely kid bushed. It is time to get some wind sleep, and I will see you legends first thing in the morning at coffee time. Good night, Vienna. Bonjour, arrivederci, and sayonara. Arvadas and pet as well. We'll chuck Arvadas and petting as well, just for the good times. Good night, guys. Good mooning, Mandingos. 8:45. I could have slept for longer, but someone's dog was going crazy, barking mad, and I'm bursting, absolutely bursting. I've already woke up a couple of times and just turned over, and I knew I was bursting for a slash Gordon, but I've been holding it in. But yeah, time to get up now, drain the old lizard, the old Eddie Lizard. Might as well get packed away and get out of Dodge City. Right, I'm going to get a quick pee. I'm bursting. Bring you back in a minute. Alrighty, my pansexualities. That's me all packed away now. What's that? 2 seconds, guys. I've just seen like a mouse or like a little rat or something. It's just run over there under them little rocks. Should have a look. I didn't want to get my hand bit or how. Oh, matron, it's the glove of self-love. Oh.
So there we go, folks. That's me all packed away. That's where I had the bivvy down there. Baghdad ready to put on my old Macaroni. Bin diesel with all my shite. Look at this weather. It's absolutely glorious. Why couldn't it have been like this last night? It would have been lovely just sitting there, relaxing, with a nice drink, but I got the wind and rain instead. I'm not complaining. It's nice to wake up to the sun so I can pack my gear away without getting soaking wet, and it's not windy, so it's safer for me trying to get down off this rooftop. So that's what I'm going to do now, guys. I'm going to make my way down. Let's have a quick look. Me ducks, before we hit the street, before we make like a tree and split and get out of Dodge. Yep, down there, back out the way I came. Right, I'll bring you back when I'm safely down. Mice. Mice. That's it, guys. We've done it. Another successful stealth camp completed. Right. Alrighty then, my fandingos. That's it. That's the end of this week's stealth camping video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely tremendous time as usual. If you have liked the guys, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment. It really does help the channel. Yeah, just thank you so much for watching. It is very much appreciated, Mandingos. Please don't come along here and climb up there. I know a few of you legends like to come and have a look at my camping spots, but I wouldn't want anyone trying to climb up there and getting hurt. I am actually a trained professional. I'm really good at this kind of shit, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes, that's it then, Mandingos. That's it until my next adventure, where you will see me on Wednesday night doing a wild camp in the woods with Lundy's Bushcraft and Wild Camp. You know, it makes sense. See you then, guys. You better believe I will. Right.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.